Who that?
Hey, wrong. Hey, nobody record.
Only Al can record. I'm top dog. Al Productions. Well, we on live.
Good move.
3100. I'm a 32.
Officially, Floyd Mayweather is back in the running, and is not merely observing this time. He is leading his once protege back into combat.
But Tank, man, this is God day, you know. He got the two baddest people in the business and on this, what you call it, that's Al and Floyd, you know. Respect Floyd to the utmost, man. Just let me just come in the gym, just do me, you know.
Ahead of the bout with Jake Paul, the unbeaten legend, renowned for his impregnable defense and surgical ring IQ, has entered Gervonta Davis's camp.
Good move.
3100. I'm a 32.
Tank vents out on social media. He's been through a lot, you know, throughout his life. So, but I take my hat off to him. I'm proud of him. Saturday night we had a game plan.
This is where the twist lies. This reconnect on is quite meaningful. Tank inked a contract with Mayweather Promotion from 2015 and 2022. He became one of the top stars in boxing after a strong 7-year career. Their breakup occurred immediately following Davis's final bout under Floyd's promotional banner, a knockout victory over Rolando Romero.
I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring up mine, but it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
Kept hitting me on the Snapchat, so they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what made
It feels like a pupil returning to a professor who taught him how to avoid getting hit when they are together again. Floyd is doing what he does best in the gym, adjusting Tank's counter timing, tightening his shoulder roll, and making sure that every action exudes money team accuracy.
Tank boxing skills is really better than his power. He just didn't have to use his boxing skills, but Tank can really box his ass off. And so when we in a boxing gym, Sean, as you've seen me tell Tank a lot of times, stop always resorting just to your power and use your boxing skills. And that's what Tank did in this training.
It goes beyond training. Mentoring is being revived. Tank is learning from Floyd how to control pandemonium, force opponents to swing at air, and dominate calmly. Tank is also locked in. More deadly than ever, calmer, sharper. This combat camp isn't like the others. Two eras are coming together.
If you act like this.
But it happens a lot in boxing, though, right?
Oh yeah, because
to be
it's
common in
strategic.
boxing, yeah.
Floyd was telling him all these things.
Floyd's given this counsel to
Yes.
Gervonta.
Who do you think is telling him to do the rehydration clauses and not, you know, putting all these stipulations on me? You can't do this, you can't do that. The ring needs to be this size. It's Davis Garcia. It's not. But all these things were all by
The pupil built to perfection after the master provided a plan. Because you're not just getting ready for a fight when Floyd Mayweather decides to train you once more. You're getting ready to be invincible. After Floyd jumped back into Tank's corner, you thought the story couldn't get any more interesting. But now Robert Garcia is revealing shocking facts as if he were criticizing the entire sport. Yeah, Tank is great, but he never gave us the fights we wanted. The man essentially remarked,
I think Tank never gave us the fights that we really wanted, never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. He didn't give Rhodes that rematch, which he should have. You know, Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. Right away, he did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat him.
and what do you know? He's not incorrect. Tank is out here signing autographs and sparring heavyweights for fun, While we've been waiting for those showdowns that will go down in history, the Roach rematch, the Shakur bout, the LMA fantasy matchup, for years. Garcia even mentioned how whenever Floyd was questioned, he always came back stronger. Castillo made a rematch declaration right away. However, Tank simply moved on as if he had abandoned his most difficult test.
So Tank should have done the same. He didn't. That I could criticize. But then at the end also, if you're making 30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making. If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for 20, 30 million dollars, I would probably do.
Don't get me wrong. I understand Garcia's perspective. We want smoke, actual fights, and real drama because we are fans. However, you start to think, wait a minute, when you see Tank earning perhaps $50 million for an exhibition with Jake Paul, who among us would object to that? Let's be honest. Please, you would put on the gloves tonight if Jake Paul offered you that kind of bag. This is where Garcia's perspective becomes intriguing. Although he dislikes it, he understands that when tanks retire, belts gather dust, but that money provides for generations.
Blame him. You know, it's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now, nobody's gonna care how many belts he won or who he fought. The only thing that matters is that he's gonna be able to take care of his family, himself, for the rest of his life, and that's the most important thing. So I don't disagree with what he's doing. Do I like it? No, but I don't.
Tank had the life he desired, so perhaps we didn't get the conflict we desired. That's a different type of victory, to be honest. And then all of a sudden, Robert Garcia had us discussing respect and legacy. The $1 Million Mayhem show is a result of Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis flipping the script. A bonus KO. That's not boxing, bro. That is a side quest in a video game that has real-world repercussions. According to Jake, there's a huge knockout bonus. And from a different time zone, I think I could hear Tank grinning. A man like Tank makes every punch feel personal when you hang that sort of cash in front of him.
The only reason it had to be an exhibition is just because of the weight. Yeah. But other than that, there's a winner. I don't know if I can say it, but well, there's like a big knockout bonus.
A big knockout bonus.
Okay. So if someone knocks the other one out, they're gonna get a big bonus.
A bonus? A knockout bonus? Hold on. Let's go back and confirm a few things. So there will be a winner and a loser, unlike that Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul.
This is no longer simply about pride. Who is leaving Atlanta with an extra few $1 million in bragging rights equivalent to an ego boost is the main concern. Come on, there are actual stakes, professional judges, and 12-ounce gloves. You may call it an exhibition if you want, but that's just a street fight that's been legalized with paperwork. As I sit here, it seems to me that Jake's influencer career might take a hit in the middle if Tank gets one of those signature lefts. However, you must also show Jake respect. The man is wagering millions of dollars on himself as if he were using actual money to play Monopoly. Either confidence or coffee overdose is the cause of that, and we will soon discover which. Here's the real kicker, though, with the audience excitement, the side bets, and the KO bonus. Records are not at issue in this battle. It has to do with responses.
It's an exhibition, but there's pro judges. There's gonna be a winner. It's not like your brother and Floyd.
No, correct. There's gonna be a winner.
And there will be a KO bonus. So whoever wins by KO, they get a big bonus.
Well, there's like a big knockout bonus.
Okay.
So if someone knocks the other one out, they're gonna get a big bonus.
And TKOs are included.
What about, does TKO count?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm betting $10,000 on Gervonta Tank Davis to knock out Jake Paul on my...
Tank will represent poetic justice if he prevails. In any case, we're all watching like it's a season finale of boxing's most unexpected soap series, with someone leaving richer and another left sleepier. It doesn't get any more unpredictable than Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis circus. Just when you thought that, Tava, Antonio the Magic Man, takes over. His talking facts, bro. In essence, Tava expressed what we have all been thinking in private. This fight may appear a bit strange. Even though we've seen David versus Goliath before, this one features Netflix cameras, a truck size gap, and Tank attempting to punch uphill as if he were battling in virtual reality.
Well, you know, Jake a businessman, and everybody know that. You know what I mean? But Gervonta Davis is a fighter. You know, he's a champion fighter, and hey, but it's a great event, man. It's gonna be huge. Netflix is involved, and anytime you got those big players involved, it's gonna sell. So
here's the beauty of it, though. Tava had no hatred. He was simply being honest. As everyone knows, Jake has the power of someone who owns a supplement company. Tank, however, has that precise blink and you're snoring. But Tava is correct. It will have an amazing aesthetic. Jake has a linebacker's build. Tanks are constructed like grenades. The math is your responsibility. One is attempting to explode, while the other is attempting to avoid vaporization. And I understand Tava's interest. This clash isn't like the others. It's the equivalent of a matrix malfunction in boxing. Everyone watching understands this, including you and me. It's lights out if Tank landed clean. We may be in for the most bizarre and amusing performance in combat sports history, though if Jake makes good use of that size, keeps it lengthy, and transforms it into a power chess match. Please share your ideas in the comments section. Who do you have, the giant or the grenade? Let's hear how you interpret this insanity. Additionally, remember to subscribe, like, and share Boxing Headquarters, the place where the actual fight chatter happens. See you at the following one.